Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Greg Doss, aka DJ Squid, and I'm brought to you by the manmindset.com and gregdoss.com. And what I'm going to discuss tonight is a topic that really needs to be addressed. And unfortunately, it's not being addressed in the way that it should be. And this topic is men making babies. Now, this may come as a shock to a whole lot of you all, whether you're male and or female, and maybe even some combination of both. But get your pads and your pens out, and if anybody wants to discuss or debate this, you can find me every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On either one of those sites, by the way, just click the link above the mic on mine, thegregdoss.com, or just go to Blog Talk Radio and find the Greg Doss / DJ Squid show. But I have to, because it's burning me up to continue to hear the terminology or the phraseology, men need to quit making these babies. Ladies, young and old alike, girls, I don't know, anywhere from, from the age of puberty and actually before, so that you don't enter into puberty when you can actually mass produce offspring. I don't want you going into this life thinking men are with you to make babies. Most guys aren't making a baby. In fact, if he doesn't tell you that he has a desire to make a baby and has shown you some, message or level of commitment, he's not making a baby. He is screwing you, trying to release some energy, trying to get off, fucking you. Now that right there doesn't need much translation. And the consequential effect of that is there are people who are living on this land now who are the result of this. In fact, most of us, in fact, all of us really came, for the most part, from some sort of sexual act, whether love was involved or not involved. But if you were to ask men to be honest, and unfortunately we live in a society where honesty is taboo, whether it's your pastors, your politicians, your teachers, your parents, your loved ones, and even your unloved ones, honesty just doesn't come across too well anymore. We have a sensitive society, and this sensitive society has bastardized what sex really is. See, there's no standard for what it takes, or universal standard for what it takes to have sex. Thus, to simply state that some guy is making a baby is ridiculous. And I have daughters. And if one of my daughters said, well, he was making a baby and he should be responsible, or he should have thought about that before he laid down, I'm probably going to want to disown her. Plain and simple. Now, that may sound harsh, but the reality is, the moment that I tell you anything, you have two choices. You can believe it and move forward, or you cannot believe it, search it and or research it, and see what conclusions you come up with. What I'm challenging every one of you all who are watching this video to do is to search and or research it. In fact, I don't want you to believe me. Because if you believe me, you believe the next cat out there, and that motherfucker might be lying to you. There's a saying that if it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. Okay, I'll say, if I tell you that a duck can pull a truck, what you should say to me is, which duck do I hook the fuck up? Okay? Men are not making babies in probably 85% of these instances when a child is conceived and or born, especially if marriage is not in the equation, or some other covenant is in existence. Okay? If I were lying, Maury Povich could not have made a career on the You're Not the Father show crap or whatever it is. You wouldn't have so many hurt people. You wouldn't have this prevalence of bastardization. Now, I was motivated, or what sparked my curiosity was y'all bear with me, people, because it's not flowing. It's an article from the Huffington Post about the growing demographics of the single mothers. And a post came onto my Facebook board, and my board, I believe, is open still, but it's Greg Squid Doss. My squid is SQWYD. And one of the comments was, well, should men feel a sense of responsibility? I guess in a perfect world, yes. But did you want responsibility in the beginning? Because it's hard to have a post-requisite for responsibility when no prerequisite for responsibility existed. That may hurt, and you may have some who are contrarian and say, well, I disagree with that. The reality of it is, we have results out here in this society which shows that you can't just make somebody responsible because he shot a nut off into your damn ovaries. It doesn't work that way. So what I'm here to do is tell women that you should be protecting yourselves. You're the first, you have the choice, the choice of first refusal and the choice of last refusal. So simply because it may make you feel good, or society has inundated and bombarded you with this notion that some man made a baby, you're doing yourself and anything that comes from that situation a disservice. And all I'm here to do is to tell you that you need to reconsider the choice of words when it comes to this topic of men making babies. Now that diatribe's out the way, let's get to the essence of sexual gratification for men as it relates to men making a baby. If it took a conscious desire to create children, do you think that many of us would even be here? And I did say us, even married men. If you ask them to give you some sort of undocumented poll of how they felt about the reality of their wife being pregnant, many of you would be very shocked. Not many men would be, because we know how we feel. Yeah, we like having some sex, or we like getting pussy, but we really don't want any responsibility after that. And simply because I might buy you a meal or buy you a present or a gift or any other number of things does not mean that I want to make a baby with you. And it's ridiculous. And from here, what I want many of you all to do, as well as I want you to consider telling the child or the result of this sexual escapade or this baby making session the truth about their existence. Listen, I don't make the rules. All I do is read and or report them. Again, men don't make babies, men have sex. And this is universal. In fact, women are having sex. That's universal. You can't be sexually liberated and a victim at the same time, ladies. All I'm trying to do is save future generations from a lot of hurt, heartache, and pain by just telling you something that you seem not to be able to get anywhere else. Stop listening to the media. Stop going on these social sites that help you or try to make you feel better about some bullshit. Look at things for what they are. Look at what you see around you and try to make an educated guesstimation as to what your reality will be. Hey, listen, this is Greg Doss. Again, you can find me every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Greg Doss / DJ Squid Show. Again, go to themanmindset.com or gregdoss.com. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out.